All right, so regular expression is a powerful pattern matching technique that is used to search, filter, or extract a specific data from logs or a text file. Whether you are analyzing firewall logs, authentication event, or syslog, or any possible intrusion attempt, regular expression help you quickly identify any anomalous traffic, find any indicator of compromise like IP address, MAC address, hash, or file name. In this video, we will cover regular expression from scratch and some important use cases for SOC analyst. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe so that I can keep making similar videos for you every time. So regular expression or RegEx for security analysts. Let's see what are we going to cover in this video. Okay. First, introduction to regular expression. Then next we will talk about repeater parameters. And then we are going to talk about wildcard, optional character, positional anchors, character classes, escape sequences, and then we are going to go through some exercises to extract the Linux directory path, or extracting the MAC addresses from a file, or extracting the CVE number, the common vulnerability and exposure number, extracting the IP address as well at the end, right? All right, so let me begin with a very quick introduction to regular expression. So, what is regular expression? Well, regular expression or regex are basically a sequence of characters that are used for patterns, that are used for searching certain patterns. Okay. Maybe you need an IP address, you need a specific name or social security number out of a thousands of lines of code, or maybe a file as well, right? So purpose for the security analyst is to find a pattern uh, in the logs, maybe in the files, or maybe in the live stream data traffic as well, right? Maybe you have a logs in the Linux machine, you need to find out all the logs carrying a specific IP address, or maybe a specific text or a username, right? The benefit is it increases efficiency, it makes your job easier, it help you to respond to the incident quickly. Okay, let me take a very simple example. You have the specific log, right, where we have an IP address on the top. You see this IP address, this and this IP address. Let's say I just want to retrieve all the IP address from the maybe thousands of lines of code, right? So I can use a simple regular expression, which can be this, right? This is my regular expression. You see slash b slash d, then there is the range 1 comma 3. But what it is, don't worry about it for now. Just understand this will give me the result of this IP address 192.168.1.10, and the second would be 172.16.0.5, right? So this will give me the relevant information, right? How exactly this regex works and what are these patterns and laters as well, we will talk about each of them in details. All right, so let's begin with very first regular expression, and it is repeaters. Okay, in the repeaters we have multiple other options. We have asterisk symbol, you can see this, we have plus symbol, we have curly braces as well. Now, what you see on your left, it's an online tool called RegEx 101. This tool is very powerful to test your regular expression. Okay, in order to test this, you can paste your sample data. Let's say I have this as a sample data. I'll share you across. Don't worry about it. Now, in order to learn about repeaters, we will use each of the symbol one by one, and we'll see if we get our desired outcome. Okay, so repeaters are what? Repeaters are basically a symbols that tells you that tells the computer or a system to repeat a preceding character, like the preceding character, as in the first character. Let's say Y could be your preceding character or your interesting character more than once. Okay, so if it repeat one more than once, it should capture that. Let me explain you. Let's say I want to capture everything related to ABC. Let's say I want to see anything related to ABC or ABBC. So anything. I mean, if the B is been called once or twice or thrice, I should capture that. Okay, so there is an option. If let's say I start with asterisk, so I can say A B asterisk C. Now, what exactly it's going to do is it matches the preceding character. That means B character, or maybe zero or more than that, or maybe up to infinity. Okay, so this means my A B asterisk C should give me zero times B, one time B, two times B, three times B, four times B, as if I mean it would look like this: AC, ABC, ABBC, ABBC. I mean ABBC and so on, right? So as a result, you can see in my sample data I have AC. Okay, I have ABC as well. And what you see in highlighted in blue, that means that's the actual content that has been fetched. Okay, so AC, 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 ABC, ABBC, ABBBC. You see this? So this is how asterisk really works. Okay. Now let's talk about a symbol, plus symbol. Now plus symbol is quite similar to repeaters. I mean asterisk. It's just that it will fetch data excluding zero times. Okay. So if you use plus B, it will fetch all the data except zero of preceding character, right? So it will capture ABC, ABBC, ABBC. It won't fetch zero time B. Okay, so hence you can see only ABC here. You can see ABC over here. ABC, ABBC, ABBBC. Okay, perfect. Now next we have curly braces. If with curly braces you can define a range basically. Okay, you can define, okay, I want uh, I want to match the preceding character or a set of character at least one. I mean, with that given range. Okay, so let's say I give a range maybe two. Okay, I can say two means preceding character must be exactly that, right? So I say ABC, that means two times B. Can you see this? Two times B. This has been called. If I say three times B, perfect. I can also give a range. Maybe let's say one, two, three times. Perfect. Now it should be one, two, three. Basically, it becomes like a plus symbol for us. Right? You got it. So I can also make it two to three. So only two and three. If the preceding character has been called two or three times, that should be fetched. Right. So that's repeaters. All right. So now let's talk about the wildcard regular expression. Okay. So this wildcard symbol can match any single character except a new line. Okay. So that means if you run A, B, let's say we run A dot C. Okay. So that means it will match any single character in between. So maybe if let's say we have A, B, C, we have A, Y, C, we have A and C, or maybe A, C, C, anything, right? So let's do that practically. Let's run A dot C. Can you see this? A and C is possible. ATC is there. ABC is there. ATC, 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 ABC. Perfect. ATC. All right. So this is how the entry really works. All right. So now let's talk about the third character, which is optional character. Okay. And this is denoted by a question mark. This makes the preceding character optional. Okay. So let me show you practically. Um, let's say color. Okay, so color has got two spelling. Color as COLOR. That's usually this is correct spelling in US English. Okay, in US English, but there's one more spelling called color. COLOUR, which is correct spelling in UK English. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let me make this U as an optional. Okay, so that I, because at the end the meaning of both the letters, both the words, sorry, is same, right? So I'll do COLULOU question mark optional character and then R. Now the goal is to get the both the words, right? Color and colors as well in the US and UK, right? So you can see the both color and this color is also being fetched. You see this color, color. This color is UK English, US English, right? Perfect. So that's the purpose of optional character. Right. So now let's talk about the position anchors. This has two types of characters. First is the caret character symbol or dollar symbol. Okay. Position anchors are related to the position of your match. Okay. So let's say if I want to use caret, so how exactly caret symbol will be used? It indicates that the match must occur at the start of the string or maybe the line. For example, if I want to find out all the lines starting with, let's say, Rajneesh. Okay. So the match will be Rajneesh Gupta. You got it? So all the lines on the line starting with Rajneesh will be the match. Okay. So, and next we have dollar sign. Okay. So if your match, it indicates that if the match occurs at the end of the string or the line, that will be your match. Okay. So I can use it like this way. Okay. So dollar Gupta. So the answer will be again Rajneesh Gupta. Same way, because Gupta comes at the end. I hope you got it, but let me show you practically. Okay, so let me find out all the lines starting with find. Okay, so caret find. Can you see this? I don't have anything. First, the right match should be capital F find because it's a case sensitive, and I have all the text starting with capital FIND find, right? So it basically matches all the lines starting with find in the beginning. So that's how caret works. You see this? Find. Okay. Now I also have dollar signs. So let's say I want to see all the lines ending with world. Okay. So I can do is I can write world, and at the end I can add dollar sign. This will match all the lines ending with world at the end, right? So that's how it will match your desired words, right? So you see the words at the end. But remember, this is also case sensitive, so you won't see the result now. You will see the result when we have world, because all the content that I have, it is in the small letter. You see this? World. Perfect. So that's how position anchors work. All right, so now let's talk about character class. Character class defines a set of characters to match. Okay, so let's begin with the very first character, which is character class, which is slash s. This is backward slash s. Okay, small s. Remember this. This will match any white space character. It can be space or tab as well in between. Okay, so you can see this matches everything in between. You see the white space in between different letters, between different words, and even the tab as well, right? This is all about matching a white space. Okay, if you use capital S, this is like a negation, so this will match any non white space character. Okay, so you can see this does not match any white space, rather everything else, correct? So that's capital S. Now backward slash small d, so this will match any digit from the range of 0 to 9. Okay, you can see this will only match digit. Okay, now there's one more option for doing this. You can also use a square bracket instead. You can say I want to go for 0 to 9, match any number between 0 to 9. So this will match all the number from range of 0 to 9. So this is like a range. Okay, so 0 to 9, anything in between, it will match that digit. Okay, that's another alternative option. We also have backward slash capital D, sorry, backward slash capital D. This will match a non-digit character. So you can see the numbers are skipped. These are all ignored. You see this? And rest everything has been matched. Perfect. Now let's go for the next character class, which is slash for backward slash small w. Now this will match any word character, alphanumeric or underscore. So this will match any word character. Okay. So we also have another option for doing this. You can also go for square bracket. Okay. Small a to z, for example. This will give you a range. Okay. I'm giving you an alternate option, a to z. Okay. And you can also do 0 to 9. You see, everything has been matched. Perfect. So that's an alternative option. You can use it with square bracket. Okay. Then you have slash capital W. This will match rest of the things. Okay, this will match non alphanumeric uh, letters. Okay, so this completes character classes. All right, so what if you want to match any special character? So for that, you have escape sequences. So if you want to match any special character like plus, star, dot in the text itself, you need to use skip. You need to skip them using backslash. Okay. So what I can do is, let's say I want to match all the dot. Okay. So I can use the backward slash and dot. Okay, this will match all the dots in the file. Okay, then you can also match plus sign. Okay, so if you do backward slash plus, this will match all the plus sign. You see this? So that's how we use the escape sequence to match any special characters. All right, so exercise number one, extract Linux directory. Okay, so we want to extract the Linux path. And for this, we are actually going to use some sample directory path, which is saved in this file. Okay, so I hope you understand, right? This can be your path, this can be your path, right? So we are going to make it simple just for an example purpose. Okay, you can try some other variation yourself, but let's say you have a path where you have three levels, one, two, three, and then ranging from 3 to 4 words. Okay, letters, sorry. So how are we actually going to do this? First of all, we are going to use a special character. So we need a backward slash, and then we need to specify the forward slash, right? This is what we want to match, right? So, and because this is a special character, so we need a backward slash for it, right? Then we require to have there's one more we need to have slash backward slash small w, which represent any alphanumeric characters. So then we are going to specify the range, which goes from 3 to 4 letters. All right, and simply we can keep repeating this, right? So we can simply copy it and we can simply keep repeating it, because this is what we want, right? You see this, the same pattern we want, right? We can also keep it 3 to 5 as well based on our need, but I just want to keep it simple for now. Okay, so it's been done. Now let's see if there's any match. Okay, perfect. You see this, there's a match, slash home slash user slash docs. I don't see this as a match because, of course, this represent the Windows directory, and we are matching Linux directory, which is a forward a slash, and this is a backward slash. There's that it won't match, right? So we have a Linux directory match here. All right. All right, so let's begin. Exercise number two, to extract the MAC address. Now, MAC address is a 12-digit hexadecimal number. It can range from 0 to 9 and A to F. So you can see every letter or every character that's range from 0. It can range from 0 to 9 or A to F, right? So we need to match and extract the MAC address from this file, right? So to do that, we are going to use a separate, very interesting logic. We are going to match this first part, including the colon as well, because remember, it can be colon or it can be hyphen as well. So we are going to match this, and we are going to repeat it 5 times, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to handle the last one separately. All right. So let's begin this. Right. So let's do this. We'll have a range from 0 to 9, right? And A to F capital, or let's also include this small letter as well, right? Small case as well. And then we'll have to repeat it twice. You see this? You can see this. This has been repeated twice, right? So we match the first letter, first digit, and then we have to repeat it twice, right? So let's repeat it twice. Perfect. And then next, we also have to match this colon or hyphen. So for that, let's again use a grouping method, right? So let's group both of them together. Let's group them, and let's give a multiple parameter. We can have hyphen or we can have a colon inside, right? So It can be a match. It can be a match on any condition. I want to match both of them, so I'll keep them into the square bracket and close it into square bracket parenthesis so that it become a group, right? Now what I need to do is I need to create a group for entire thing. This entire thing should become a group so that I can repeat it 5 times, right? So I need another parenthesis, sorry, closing parenthesis and opening parenthesis, right? Just like this. And then I'll have a repeater, so like this, 5. So it's done. It should match this much, right? Because I created this and multiplied by 5 times. So this is done, and this part is left now. So I'll again use the same logic I used before: 0 to 9, a to f, sorry, a to f, and small case a to f, and then repeat it twice, right? So hopefully it should work. Let's see if there is a match. No, I don't see a match though. There is some mistake, I guess. Let's see. So we have square 0 to 9, A to F, small a to F, then, oh, this is the mistake. We didn't close this, right? And perfect. Can you see this? It worked. It is able to match this MAC address with colon and also with an hyphen, right? Perfect. It worked. All right. So the next task is to find the CVE number. But what is CVE basically? CVE is a common vulnerability and entity. You can visit cvdetails.com and you can find range of CVE based on dates, type, vendors, and everything. Now, this is to get the information about vulnerability disclosed by different vendors, and this help us to improve our security posture as well, so that we can perform patching based on those vulnerabilities. All right. Now, in order to extract or find the CVE numbers, this is usually the format really looks like. You have CVE, then hyphen, then the year when the CVE was reported, and then another hyphen, and then there is a unique number, which can range from 4 to 5 characters. Okay. Now let's create our regular expression for this, right? So first of all, we need to match CVE for this, right? So we will straight away write CVE, then hyphen minus D, which represent any digit, any digit which can be up to 4, which not a range, not up to 4, exactly 4. Okay, and then hyphen, and then again minus hyphen slash D, backward slash D, that represent the digit. And then this is where we require a range. Remember, this is strict number, because this uh, first value represent the year, and it most likely be 4, right? So that's why we have a range where we have strictly mentioned 4. But now in here it can range from 4 to 5, right? It can be this one, or like something like this, right? So it can range from 4 characters to 5, I mean digit, right? So let's do this. Let's give a range 5, 4 comma 5. All right. So, or maybe 7 as well, right? It may range to 7 in some cases. So let's go and cater all possibilities, right? Perfect. Can you see this? We have a match. We have few matches. You can see CV 2024 1 2 3 4, 2020 2019 4 5 6 7. All right. So this is the match for CVE. All right. So now let's make it a little more practical. We'll have our Linux machine, and on this Linux machine we have syslog, right? So we you can also check the syslog by cat slash var slash log syslog, right? So each log entry consists of IP address, one or two IP address, source or destination. Now what we want is the just the IP address from entire log file. Okay, just IP address, right? Now there's a utility tool called egrep. Now this is a pattern matching tool, uses regular expression as well, right? So, and you don't have to install, it's a utility tool. So will type egrep, then minus small o, which represent print only the matching part. Okay, in our case it's gonna be just an IP address, right? So let's apply the logic. Let's look at the IP address closely. This is a 32-bit IP address, and each digit can range from 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. That's a range of every letter, every digit, right? And this can range from 1 to 3. For example, I can have an IP address starting from 1.2.3.4. I can also have an IP address starting from 11.2.3.4 or 111.2.3.4, right? It cannot be four times because the maximum limit for any part is starting from 255, right? So the maximum IP, the range of IP address can be broadcast address usually, which is 255, 255, 255, right? So keeping that in mind, it can range from one digit to maximum three digit. Okay, so that's a logic. What we are actually going to do is we are going to match this part and multiply this with three times. You see this one, two, and three, and we'll take this separately. The last part, we'll take this separately. Okay, so let's do this. Let's use a range 0 to 9. Okay, and then we are going to specify a range which can be 1 comma 3. All right, and once it is done, then we have, this has been matched, right? This parameter has been done, right? The first octet has been done, 0 to 9, 1 comma 3. That's the range. Now we need to match this dot, right? So to match the dot, we need a, it's a special character, so we need a backward slash dot. It's done. Let's put everything in a parenthesis, okay, like this, opening and closing parenthesis, and then we are going to multiply it three times. Repeat it, sorry, three times. We are going to repeat it three times, right? And so by repeating it, you see this part has been done. Now to match the last octet, we what we are going to do is, last part, we are going to repeat the logic again, 0 to 9, and then a range, sorry, 0 to 9, and then a range 1 comma 3. Perfect. Now let's put it into a quote like this, and then specify the file, slash var slash log syslog. Perfect. You see, it worked. We just have the list of IP addresses. Perfect.